Good afternoon. On behalf of the senior class, we would like to welcome Winooski School Board, Superintendent Mr. Bruce Chapman, Principal Mr. Stephen Perkins, faculty, staff, family, and friends to Winooski High School's 116th and the class of 2006's graduation ceremony. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'd like to first offer my congratulations to the class of 2006, and I'm sure that I'm not telling any secrets when I tell you that they're a great bunch of kids. And I wish you all the best, not only this summer, but in your future life and whatever you decide to do. I'm here today to present the Robert E. Landry Award, and when I saw the person who was receiving it, I thought this is extremely appropriate. For anyone who has lived in Winooski or who travels through Winooski, you're going to know this gentleman. When I am on the road patrolling when school is not in, if I stop at Landry Park, if I stop at the Armory, if I go to the pool, if I go to the garden, I just can't seem to get away from this person. He is totally involved with the children of Winooski, has dedicated the vast majority of his time to serving and providing services to them. So it is with great pleasure that I announce today the recipient of the Robert E. Landry Award, Bob Domasi. Congratulations. Is it yours?
Just 2 seconds. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. And congratulations to the class of 2005, 2006, excuse me.
Bob.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and they help us in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
That's one way to get attention. You turn the principal's microphone off. Good afternoon. Welcome to all of you this afternoon, friends, alumni, parents. This is the occasion that we often refer to as the family affair. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce a young lady that I've had the opportunity of knowing for several years, not just 4 years. And she's this year's salutatorian, Brooke Nikat.
I would like to welcome everyone here today. To all of our families and friends who up until this point been our ongoing support, who have been there for each of us in every way possible. I know my parents have been there for me at every school event, game, and concert. They've always pushed me to work hard. My sister and brother have been very supportive as well. They gave me the advice that I always need, shown me the humorous side of situations, and pushed me to be a better person. And my friends, you're obviously my biggest fans. You have given me the help I need to get through tough times, and you're who I've spent some of the best of times with. Thank you to all of our families and friends here today, and my own, for all of your patience, unending support, and love. To all of the staff, who have given us the tools, knowledge, and strength to achieve success in this world after high school. Together, we have created relationships that will never be forgotten. Without the encouragement you have all given us, we would not be here today. Thank you for everything that you have taught us in the classroom and about life. And finally, to all my fellow classmates who've been waiting for this day all of their lives, just as I have. I realize, standing here today, that not only is this the beginning of the next chapter of our lives, but the end of one as well. The chapter in which we have cried and laughed together as far back as I can remember. From kindergarten, where we sang as a class, to winter performances throughout elementary school. From our first middle school dance to 8th grade graduation. Then came high school. It seems like only a couple of months ago when I was walking in my first day. 4 years is such a small amount of time, but it's all over now. Sports, classes, time spent in the halls, competition days, and dances. I think that we will always remember each other, the relationships we've had for years, and all of the countless memories. I look at all of you, and my heart sinks, knowing that many of the relationships that we have created may change. But I know their memories will last forever. The graduation experience for me is so bittersweet, to be finally graduating and moving on, but having to say goodbye to people that I've spent almost every day with for the last 12 years. But as we begin this new chapter of our lives, we need to use everything that we learned and apply it when we're out on our own in the real world. Deep down, we're all scared to move away and experience a life in which we know no one, a life in which we aren't the stars of the school. At times it may seem like the world is pitted against us, but what we will need to do is overcome those obstacles and survive. My advice to all of you is to never look back, but always remember. Have dreams, but realize they don't appear overnight, and strive to make a mark in this world before you leave it.
Next, we'd like to introduce another young lady that I've known for a period of time. I can remember when she first showed up in one of my classrooms and she said, "You expect me to do that?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, I'll do it better than expected." This year's valedictorian, I'd like to introduce Win Nguyen.
I would like to start out by reading a poem by Robert Frost. Nature's first green is gold, her heart is hue to hold, her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down today, nothing gold can stay. For me, the last 4 years have been golden. Obviously, it hasn't always been a walk in the park. I think that everyone sitting up here today has had those moments where they felt like screaming, like giving up, and simply just breaking down. But despite all the toils and hardships, or perhaps because of them, we are here. 4 years ago, we walked down that hallway as freshmen, the smallest and most insignificant people on the high school food chain. We were young, naive, and frankly, we were scared and clueless children. Since then, things have changed so much. It seems like only yesterday that I was sitting in Mrs. Lawson's 9th grade English class, learning the importance of prepositional phrases. To this day, I still can't tell you exactly what they are. But right now, I stand here before you. We stand here before you, knowing that we have successfully accomplished, conquered, and completed all the challenges that were thrown against us. But the feeling of having everything end, all the years that we have spent maturing together, that feeling of finality seems so surreal. A part of me isn't really ready for it to be over. I know that this is only one small chapter in the huge novel that is our life, but for me at least, it has been an amazing chapter. I've loved my time here at Winooski. I was taught by some of the best teachers. I made incredible bonds with my friends, and I've had unforgettable memories. It's undeniable that all of us will miss this place. I wish all of my classmates the best of luck in whatever endeavors they choose to pursue, and I hope for everyone to work like you don't need money, love like you've never been hurt, dance like no one's watching, and never forget the class of 2006.
Good afternoon. Our next speaker is a person who walked through these very halls and sat where we sit today 47 years ago. After graduating from Winooski High School in 1959, he went off to the college at the University of Vermont to return to Winooski in 1964 to teach freshman English as well as French, Spanish, and middle school humanities. For his last 6 years at Winooski, he was a school administrator and assisted Mr. Picard in our 6th grade social studies class in his final year before retiring. For 35 years, this person has worked to make our school the best place possible it could be, and still helps today to make this school wonderful. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bert Billmare.
The class of 2006, parents, grandparents, Superintendent Chapman, Mr. Perkins, Mr. Ticehurst, and guests. Thank you for inviting me to share in your day of celebration. I feel very honored. As I read about the commencement addresses, I noticed that Billy Joel sang it to the Syracuse University graduates. I'll spare you. Also, the St. Johnsbury Academy graduation was a bit scary, but I was never in the CIA, so I'm safe there. I've been to many commencements before, and I know. I'll be brief. 47 years ago, I sat in the same hall as a member of the first graduating class from this new building. There were 48 of us. You have 41 here on stage. The mills had closed then, and in this year, we have a new downtown. School population was rising then, and now it is declining. I congratulate you, your parents, some of whom I recall in students, and all of your support family. There is a saying which states that it takes a village to raise a child, and that seems very apropos to this class. Your road has been paved with outstanding support from family, teachers, administrators, support personnel, as well as from the community through the Spartan Boosters, the Friends of Winooski High School, and the JFK PTO a few years ago. You have been a class of distinction from day one. I remember in conversations with Ms. O'Rourke and Mr. Peguino, who said what an outstanding class you were at JFK. Upon entering the 6th grade, you demonstrated a desire for quality. If a question was asked, 10 hands shot up to answer. You come here today to be recognized for those continued efforts. You have certainly grown. However, I will repeat what Gwen just said. As Robert Frost stated in a poem, nothing gold can stay. A diploma is a symbol of growth. However, only what you do and say will determine your acceptance as an adult. Your growth is a result of changes in your lives. Change is natural, and nature doesn't wait for you to be ready to change. Time changes, days change, weather changes, people change, your health changes. The basic education that you acquired over these last 13 years will help you overcome some of these challenges, but your willingness to risk and change will guide the rest of your lifelong education. Imposed changes such as those created as a result of nature, increased technology, and the disaster of 9/11/01 require great resiliency of everyone. After today, you will be given much freedom to make choices and demonstrate resiliency. Just as a reminder, with that freedom comes responsibility. The responsibility to be the best you can be. You can't be anyone else. No longer will good enough be accepted. As Ben Franklin stated, good enough never is. Late with work, late with bill payments, and late for work will create some unwanted change in life. In addition, globalization is a reality, not a future occurrence. Unlike the graduates of 1959, where competition for school and jobs was very localized, you are now competing worldwide. A most obvious example is the great number of Asian and European athletes in college and professional sports in America. Also, business persons travel worldwide for conferences. Teachers from this school will travel to China. Furthermore, some school districts are recruiting teachers from other countries to fill their teacher shortages. In 1946, President Franklin Roosevelt wrote, "If civilization is to survive, we must cultivate the science of human relationships, the ability of all peoples, of all kinds, to live together and work together in the same world at peace." 60 years later, we still don't get it. Some members of this class have already experienced life in more than one country. Your learning experiences with diversity will be very valuable in this global lifestyle. Take that experience and travel to learn. The risk of international travel creates growth. The fear of it creates stagnancy. For those going on to college, plan to spend part of those years studying in another country. Language is not a barrier, but an opportunity. I am most proud that I speak 3.5 languages: English, French, Spanish, and the only half part of Italian I know is food. Another way to change successfully is to maintain good mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health habits. Balance the work with play. Change the pace of life. Control it. Don't let it control you. Be safe. My desire for physical exercise has taught me good nutrition habits, taught me the importance of rest, the flow of pace, and most importantly, taught me communication with my inner spirit. I have learned to take time to smell the roses. Amby Burfoot, a 1968 Boston Marathon winner, stated, "I have learned that there is no failure in running or in life as long as you keep moving. It's not about speed and gold medals. It's about refusing to be stopped. You might find that one particular direction proves difficult, but there are many directions on a compass, infinite in fact. As long as you keep searching, you'll find your winning ways. Winning doesn't always mean competing against or besting someone. Collaboration, cooperation earn us respect, and as a result, build our self-respect. More gets done when no one cares who gets the credit. Give of your time to help others, as others did to help you. Spread the commitment to community. We all will win, and the benefits will return to you tenfold. Encourage yourself and others. Negative thoughts and negative people are anchors that sap the energy from you. How much we do to take care of ourselves is a test of our resiliency. Celebrate your worth and dignity. Congratulations to all the class of 2006. You are the winners. Embrace positive living. Peace be in your heart, on your mind, and in every word and action.
We've been asked to explain the honor regalia worn by the graduates this afternoon. The white stoles with purple script signify the National Vocational Technical Honor Society. The blue and gold cord signify the International Thespian Society. The pink cords signify the Tri-M Music Honor Society. The gold cords signify honor students. The white stoles worn by the young men and the blue stoles worn by the young women signify the National Honor Society. Before awarding the graduation scholarships and awards, it's appropriate for us to recognize members of the class of 2006 who have been honored with financial awards this spring in other settings. Please congratulate these students as their names are read and they stand. And I'll go through the list of students and then we'll applaud for all of them. Recipients of the Winooski Boosters Club scholarships: Ashley Higgins, Brooke Nikat, Michael Trosher, and Tyler Trosher. Please stand. Recipients of the Vermont Basketball Coaches Association scholarships: Michael Trosher and Tyler Trosher. Recipient of the Vermont Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association scholarship: Tyler Trosher. Recipient of a Shaw's Supermarket Scholarship and Kiwanis Community Service Award: Michael Trosher. Recipient of a Lafayette College Basketball Scholarship: Brooke Nikat. Recipient of a Salve Regina University Scholarship, Ashley Higgins. Recipient of a University of New England Scholarship, Margaret Thomas. Recipient of an Ithaca College grant, Kiara Mahoney. Recipient of the Center for Technology at Essex Outstanding Program Student Award in Engineering and Architectural Design, Andrew Bourgeois. Recipient of the Center for Technology at Essex Outstanding Program Student Award in Health Information Management and the Center for Technology at Essex 2005-2006. The top student award went to Samantha McMahon. Recipients of a St. Michael's College Scholarship, Michael Trosher and Tyler Trosher. Recipient of a Patrick Family Scholarship and a Class of 1995 Scholarship, both from the University of Vermont, Han Duang. Recipient of a Founders Scholarship and a Merit Scholarship, both from Syracuse University, Win Nguyen. Recipient of a Mount Mansfield Masonic Lodge 26 Scholarship, Win Nguyen. Recipient of a Veterans of Foreign War Scholarship, John Ryan Post number 1767, Kristen Swan. Kristen, please come forward. And that was just the beginning. VFW Community Service Award. The VFW Community Service Award is presented to two graduates in recognition of outstanding community service. The 2006 recipients of the VFW Community Service Award are Kiara Mahoney and Lynn Nguyen. Samuel Samuelson Memorial Award. The Samuel Samuelson Memorial Award is presented to the student who has shown the greatest desire for learning during 4 years of high school. This year's recipient of the Samuel Samuelson Memorial Award for 2006 is Han Wang. Jeffrey W. Savoy Memorial Scholarship. The Jeffrey W. Savoy Memorial Scholarship is presented by Freedom Partners to a student with financial need who is continuing his or her education. The 2006 recipient of the Jeffrey W. Savoy Memorial Scholarship is Lindsay Morse. Class of 2003 Scholarship. The Class of 2003 Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a senior who has demonstrated dedication to his or her class and exhibited genuine care and respect for the Winooski High School. The 2006 recipient of the Class of 2003 Scholarship is Brooke Niket. Winooski's Eagle Scholarship. The Winooski Eagle Scholarship is presented by an anonymous donor to a deserving student continuing his or her education. The 2006 recipient of the Winooski Eagle Scholarship is Ellen Gifford. Awards of Excellence. There are 2 awards of excellence this year in individual academic areas. I would like to ask Ashley Higgins to please come forward. Okay. And while she's here, the 2 awards. The first award in the field of English is made by Mrs. Lawson to Ashley Higgins and is accompanied by the best wishes for Ashley's continued excellence and positive approach to learning. This tribute also thanks Ashley for the intellectual spark which she brought to the English class over the past 4 years. May she inspire others with her love of literature and learning. That's for English. And the second award in the field of French is made by Miss Townsend to Ashley Higgins in recognition of outstanding quality of her accomplishments in French language. This award further recognizes Ashley's inquisitiveness about and respect for the sometimes maddening way in which the language works. Ashley. She wasn't quite certain what was coming next when I made her stand here. That's okay. This will all be over in about another half hour to 45 minutes, so folks, just bear with us here. Service Scholarship. The Service Scholarship, sponsored by the Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a student who volunteers dependably and is well organized with assistance within the school and or within the community. The 2006 recipients of the Service Scholarship is Jason Crowley. Winooski Knights of Columbus Scholarship. The Winooski Knights of Columbus Scholarship, sponsored by the St. Stephen's Council, is presented to 2 students who are attending Roman Catholic institutions of higher education. The 2006 recipients of the Knights of Columbus Scholarship are Ashley Higgins and Tyler Trosher. No one heard that comment. Board of School Directors Award. These awards, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, are presented to 2 graduates who have shown the most improvement during their 4 years of high school. The 2006 recipients of the Board of School Directors Awards are Tyler DeCaro and Justine Lamphere. Student Council Scholarship. The Student Council Scholarship, also co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a student who has made notable contributions to bettering Winooski High School, who has served his or her community, who is active in school activities, and who handles responsibilities willingly and efficiently. The 2006 recipient of the Student Council Award Scholarship is Jason Crowley. Winooski Police Employees Association Scholarship. The Winooski Police Employees Association Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to students going on to college in the field of criminal justice or social service. The 2006 recipients of the Winooski Police Employees Association Scholarship are Ellen Gifford and Sam Viens. Woody and Susan Martell Scholarship. The Woody and Susan Martell Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a student with financial need who is pursuing higher education and who has participated in athletics, attained good grades, and been a good school and community citizen. The 2006 recipient of the Woody and Susan Martell Scholarship is Michael Trosher. Winooski Education Association Scholarship. The Winooski Education Association Scholarship is presented to an individual entering the field of education in recognition of exceptional contributions to school activities and all-around excellence in academics. The 2006 recipient of the Winooski Education Association Scholarship is Ashley Higgins. Vermont Honor Scholarship. The Vermont Honor Scholarship, initiated by the Vermont Legislature, is presented to a student with outstanding academic achievement going on to college. The 2006 recipient of the Vermont Honor Scholarship for Winooski High School is Win Nguyen. Leadership Scholarship. The Leadership Scholarship, sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a student who has demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities and exemplifies positive attitudes. The 2006 recipient of the Leadership Scholarship is Kiara Mahoney. Community Theater Award. The Winooski Community Theater Award is presented to a student who has actively participated in school and community theatrical productions. The 2006 recipient of the Community Theater Award is Alexandra Ticehurst. Mayor and City Council Scholarship. The Mayor and City Council Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to two students who have shown the most improvement over 4 years of high school. The 2006 recipients of the Mayor and City Council Scholarship are Tyler DeCaro and Kristen Swan. Academic scholarships. The academic scholarships sponsored by Dollars for Scholars are presented to two students who excel academically. The 2006 recipients of the academic scholarships are Win Nguyen and Brooke Niket. Challenge Scholarship. The Challenge Scholarship, sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to well-rounded, highly motivated students in the top 25% of the graduating class who has overcome obstacles in achieving his or her success. The 2006 recipient of the Challenge Scholarship is Han Duong. PTO Scholarship. The PTO Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to students who are pursuing a career in education and who have displayed community involvement through schoolwork or experience. The 2006 recipient of the PTO Scholarship is Lindsay Morse. Moose Lodge Scholarship. The Moose Lodge Scholarship, sponsored by the Loyal Order of Moose, Burlington Lodge 1618, is intended to reward and encourage activities that have a significant impact in meeting the needs of the local community. The scholarship is awarded to a student who has demonstrated a sustained commitment of at least 100 hours of service within the prior 12 months. The 2006 recipient of the Moose Lodge Scholarship is Jason Crowley. Regular Veterans Association Scholarship. The Regular Veterans Association Scholarship, based on need, and are presented to a young man and a young woman who are continuing their education at the collegiate or vocational level. The 2006 recipients of the Regular Veterans Association Scholarship are Caitlin Corrigan and Corey Lamont. David Fritz Litzer Scholarship. The David Fritz Litzer Scholarship, co-sponsored by Friends and Athletes of Mr. Lister and by Dollars for Scholars, is awarded to a male or female based on need, citizenship, and academic excellence and athletic participation. The 2006 recipient of the David Fritz Litzer Scholarship is Colin Thompson. Friends of Winooski High School Scholarship. The Friends of Winooski High School Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is given to 2 students who have shown an overall commitment to and involvement with the high school in multiple and varying ways. The 2006 recipients of the Friends of Winooski Scholarship are Kiara Mahoney and Kalani Cornelis. McGregor Pharmacy Scholarship. The McGregor Pharmacy Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is given to 2 serious students who have been good school and community citizens and who plan to enter the field of medicine or one of the sciences. The 2006 recipients of the McGregor Pharmacy Scholarship are Brittany Larrabee and Margaret Thomas. Al's French Fry Scholarship. The Al's French Fry Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a graduate with financial need, planning on 4-year post-secondary program. The 2006 recipient of the Al's French Fry Scholarship is Tyler Trosher. Rod Stone Memorial Scholarship. The Rod Stone Memorial Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented in memory of Roderick L. Stone to hardworking individuals blessed with an inquisitive nature, a love of life, and a commitment to excellence in others. The recipients of the Rod Stone Memorial Scholarship are Brooke Niquette and Michael Trosher. Carol L. Kessler RN Memorial Award. Carol L. Kessler RN Memorial Award is presented to a student or students who are in the upper 25% of the senior class and who have demonstrated a love of life, acted as role models or mentors to peers, and who preferably are intended to continue their education at an accredited post-secondary institution to pursue a career in healthcare or a related field. The 2006 recipient of the Carol L. Kessler RN Memorial Award is Margaret Thomas. Jerry Krasnow Memorial Award, given by the Krasnow family in memory of Gerald Krasnow, teacher and guidance counselor at Winooski High School from 1973 to 1998. The Jerry Krasnow Memorial Award is given this year to 2 graduates who plan to continue their education, who have shown commitment to community service, and who have demonstrated an ability to overcome personal challenges with an upbeat, optimistic attitude and/or sense of humor about life in general. The 2006 recipients of the Jerry Krasnow Memorial Award are Jason Crowley and Han Duang. This concludes the presentations of the scholarships and awards for 2006. At this point, I'd like to personally wish the class of 2006 well for the future. They've been a dynamic group going through here, and they have many talents, and I'm sure that they'll just go forth and do the best that they can, work hard, and they'll come back, and we'll all be very, very proud of them, as we are today. I'll miss all of them. I've had experience with just about every one of them in this class, one way or another, and it's a great class. And again, best wishes to the class of 2006.
Are we ready?
We're getting ready for this momentous event. We've practiced for hours. We're now ready to go here. Okay, and I think folks have figured out that students will be going over there, getting their diplomas, so that if you want to line up to get your pictures, you'll know exactly where this is going to take place. Here we go, class of 2006. Andrew Christopher Bedard. Stephen Begnosh. Andrew J. Bourgeois. Matthew J. Bushy. Alir Noel Cole. Caitlin Corrigan. Jason Michael Crowley. Tyler Lee DeCaro. Mark W. Dion. Han Hui Wang. Victoria Lynn Fitzgerald. Ashley Fitzpatrick. Ellen Janice Gifford. Justin T. Graves. Andrew Greeno. Ashley Ann Higgins. Justin L. Labier. Corey M. Lamoth. Justine Lynn Lamphere. Brittany Lynn Larrabee. Diane M. LaTulip. Kiera Elise Mahoney. Lindsay Michael McMahon. Samantha Marie McMahon. Lindsay Nicole Morse. Lin Dong Nguyen.
Tin Nguyen. Nguyen Ngoc Thi Nguyen. Brooke Elizabeth Nikat. Dennis Josue Nunez. Nihad Orik. Kalani Isaac Cornelis. Kristen Rose Swan. Margaret Veronica Thomas. Colin H. Thompson. David Wall Wam. Alexandria Lee Ticehurst. Michael Trosher. Tyler Trosher. Sam R. Jens. Kimberly Ann Weston. Danielle Lee Whalen. For the audience, please wait until after the graduates have left the gym to leave. And secondly, we invite you to greet the graduates in the cafeteria. That will cut down a little bit on the bottleneck here. I now present to you the class of 2006.